Kane, first of all, it's been a long time in the making for you, but it's finally fight week again after an extended break. Just tell us how you're feeling now you're here in Milan.
Obviously we're here, we're experienced fighters, and I'm really excited that Bellator have been able to give us this opportunity as fighters to be able to, put on such an amazing card. Well, so many cards in such a crazy, unforeseen time. And yeah, man, we're ready to go. We're hungry, we're trained, we're fit, we're focused, and it's our time.
Just looking back onto the sort of extended break and the lockdown period, I know from interviews before that you've spoken about some of the ventures you're involved with outside of Cage. Just tell us a little bit about those and how they've kept you busy during the lockdown period.
Yeah, so obviously, people who may not know me, but the majority of people know I've got my brand, which is obviously I'm wearing now, Bada Sport. And obviously, this is something that's really excelled, a brand that's excelled over the last 3 years. We've just literally signed an exclusive deal with Foot Asylum, which is one of the largest retailers in UK and Europe. And it's something that I'm passionate about, which is obviously my clothing. And yeah, we're reaching heights that we knew we would achieve, and it's been able to something to keep my focus on, and it's been a major priority for me as well. Yeah, alongside with the training.
Just looking back at your last fight, it was a tight split decision in the end.
Yeah.
And what did you make of that decision, and what have you learned from the fight itself?
Well, look, a fight's a fight. I went in there against another experienced opponent. He had a specific game plan which he was able to execute. I felt on the night that I won the fight, being in the fight, I was the one who felt his energy. When I had him up against the cage, I could feel him breaking and wilting. I cut him open. So, I was a bit upset when the decision didn't go my way. But the fight's a fight. The fight game's a fight game. You win some, you lose some, and we all know the usual saying that you can't leave the fight in the hands of the judges. So I've learned from that fight that this time around we have to go out there and we have to get these stoppages, because fighting on such a major platform, it's what the fans want to see, and it's, as a fighter, it's what you want to do. I go in there, I want to try and finish my opponents. I'm not really in a boring fight, and I learned that this time around we go in there, we let these hands go, and we make sure that we have a major impact.
And just on that, you've got 5 KO victories to your record. Your opponent on Saturday has 9. Is that very much where you see the fight being won or lost?
Yeah.
Do you expect to stand and trade, and do you expect him to do the same?
Well, look, at the end of the day, what I've learned, once again, another thing I learned from the last fight is you can never say where the fight's going to go, depending on whoever's game plans what. And but he has a lot of stand-up fights, and that's how he looks like. He likes to get down, so that's how I like to fight. So hopefully it can stay in that realm, and if it does, then most definitely guaranteed to see something devastating coming from these hands.
Santiago, greetings from Amsterdam. Kane, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Nice to speak to you, Santiago.
You made your Bellator debut last year in Birmingham with a very strong performance. How special was it for you making your debut in Birmingham and getting the win there?
Yeah, that meant the world to me. I fought another tough opponent in Mateus Pitchkos. He was a strong opponent, and I went in there and I got tested, and I had to dig deep, and I had to pull it out of the bag, and it meant a lot. Look, Bellator's an organisation that I've been idolising for years, and being able to be given the opportunity to fight in there was such a great opportunity. And then obviously just to get the win, it meant so much to me.
What do you know about your opponent, and what did you make of his last performance against Alfie Davis in November of last year?
Yeah, take nothing away from my opponent. I'm just a realist in the sport. We're all here to fight. We're all trained athletes, and he's a strong opponent. He's got decent boxing. He put a lot of pressure on Alfie. Alfie was able to nip the win. That was a fight. He could have said, Alfie probably landed the more cleaner, clinical shots. But hats off to Boy. He put in a good performance, and yeah, he's a strong opponent.
I know you are called the Danger, but there is a teammate of yours who is called the Miracle. How important is his contribution for your preparation to a fight?
Yeah, shout out to Lerone, shout out to Manchester Top Team at the same time. Lerone's such a great prospect in the sport of MMA. He's one of my main training partners, and his impact in my training camps is very very important. He's a clean, crisp striker, and obviously I'm fighting somebody who likes to strike. So we've had a lot of rounds in me and Lerone preparing for this fight, and it's highly unlikely that but he's going to be able to do stuff that I've not seen within either my fight career or in the gym on the lead up to this fight.
Last thing for me, what would it mean to you, Kane, if Bellator would come to Manchester next year? Do you think this will be a huge success?
Yeah, this is, look, you know, Manchester's a fighting city. We've had so many big fighters come out of Manchester, and, you know, with me, myself being such one of the biggest known fighters in the UK and also in, you know, in Manchester itself, if Bellator comes to Manchester, guaranteed it'll be an amazing show. Everyone will turn up for it. Manchester's the city, man. We need to get it there. So let's go, Bellator. Let's get it to Manchester.
Good luck on fight night, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, Kane. Thank you very much for the time today. Good luck the rest of the week.
Thank you very much. Speak to you soon.
You got it.